Okay, so this lesson looks at combining like terms, labeling what terms are. So like this variable term here is all the terms with x, right? So 7x, negative 5x, and 4x. And then constant terms, terms without a variable, would be 3 and 8 and negative 1. And then coefficients would be like the number that's in front of your variable. So that would be 7 and negative 5 and 4. And I apologize if you hear my dishwasher in the background going. Okay, so you can do combining like terms. So we combine our x's together. So then 7x minus 5x, right? So 7x minus 5x gives me 2x. And then plus 4x gives me a 6x. And then 3 plus 8 is 11, and then minus 1 gives me a positive 10. Okay, and then we did just a handful of these in class, so I think I did just the even one, so like 9a minus 10a gives me a negative a, and then I can combine my numbers together, so negative 6w. The sign is just to the left of the number, so the negative that's why it's a negative 6w. And then it'll be a positive 5 here. So then it's 9 plus 5, which is a 14. And then we have a 5h and a 7h gives me a 12h's. And then a negative 6 and a negative 8 gives me a negative 14. Here, 26 and negative 4 give me a 22a. And then a 2b and a 10b gives me 12b's. Okay, and really, like, when you combine, like, terms, all you're really doing is you're just counting, right? And then when you do combine, like, terms, like, they have to have the same exponent. So, like, that, like, both these are both end of the fifth, so this gives you a negative 11 end of the fifth. I can combine my k-squareds. I guess I could do it as one underline. My k-squareds, so then I get a 6k squared. A negative k and a negative 5k give me a negative 6k. And then a plus 7. And then x squared is just by itself. And my 4y squared is just by itself. But what I can combine is the middle because they both have x and y. So that gives me a negative 5xy. Okay. And then a 4x squared and a 3x squared gives me 1x squared. And then a 2 and an 8 give me a 10x. And then a negative 7 and a negative 6 gives me a negative 13. Okay. And then when I do perimeter, again, I just change it to like a little bit of geometry, but really all I'm doing is I'm just adding everything together. So I'm looking at a 17 minus a plus 5a minus 1 plus a 4ab, and then just combining like terms. So my a's by itself give me a 4a. I have a 4ab. And then I have a negative 1 and a 17, which gives me a plus 16. Okay. And then, again, this little trapezoid here. And I don't have to write it all out. I could just know what I'm doing. So k squared, and k squared gives me 3 of them. Plus another 2 gives me 5k squared. Do I have any k's by itself? Yeah, I have 1k here, 2k's there. So I was a total 2k's, and then a minus 9k gives me a negative 7k, and then a 23 and a negative 17 give me a positive 8. Okay, and that's it for this lesson.